Welcome, beautiful people, to reCULTUREview, where we review all things pop culture. Hear the latest in TV and film, music, and celebrity news, cause it's reCULTUREview. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of reCULTUREview. I just want to thank everyone who watched the first episode, and if you're new, reCULTUREview is basically in the title. We're reviewing culture, more specifically pop culture. So I'll be giving you the latest in TV and film, the latest in music, and the latest in celebrity news. So sit back, relax, and just take in all the tea. So let's jump into TV and film. Now, today officially is September 22nd as of recording this, and it's the first official day of fall. And with that, some of my favorite fall TV shows are coming back. Like The Voice, they have a new judge, which is Ariana Grande. New Amsterdam, which is a medical drama on NBC, came back last night. It was really good. 911 on Fox came back. It was good. The Masked Singer comes back on tonight. I can't wait to see what celebrities they have brought in to sing. Another show that most people don't know about that I think you should know about is A Million Little Things. It's on ABC. It comes back on next Thursday, I believe, as well as Grey's Anatomy comes back on. And another thing that happened in TV and film was the Video Music Awards, which comes on MTV, and they celebrate the past videos and past music that has happened in the past year. They had many different performances, but just a few of my favorite performances was Chloe from Chloe and Halle, Chloe Bailey. She did her new song, Have Mercy, she did amazing. She was singing on point, dancing was on point. Normani also did her new song, Wild Side. The dancing was on point. I don't believe she was singing for real, but hey, the performance was there. Olivia Rodrigo was singing for real, but her voice was cracking a little bit, but it was still a good performance. And Doja Cat did a great performance. She was up in the ceiling, and she also did a good job hosting. Now, some people who won Video Music Awards was Justin Bieber. He won Artist of the Year. And some people were having problems with him winning, but I'm like, he had Peaches. He had that popular TikTok song, and he had a whole album. So I think it was deserving that he won Artist of the Year. Song of the Year went to Olivia Rodrigo for Driver's License, which that song was everywhere, on TikTok, on everywhere. People couldn't get enough, so that was deserving. And Lil Nas X won Video of the Year for Call Me By Your Name. And say what you want about him and his music, but that video had people talking, so I think that's really why he won. Another award show that happened this past Sunday was the Emmy Awards. I sat up there and watched it, and y'all, I really don't like watching like the Oscars and Emmy Awards, honestly, because the people who you want to win never win. But some people who did win, that I'm glad won, was Michaela Cole. She won for writing on I May Destroy You, which is well-deserved, and her speech was very good. Evan Peters won for supporting actor in his role in Mayor of Easttown. I didn't watch the show, but I love Evan Peters. He can do no wrong in my book, so I'm glad he won. Jason Sudeikis won lead actor for Ted Lasso. I've never seen Ted Lasso, but I love Jason Sudeikis. And the show called The Crown, which is on Netflix, they won a lot of awards. I don't know why. I guess they did good. I just got, every time I saw somebody from The Crown, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to get it. And they did get it. The host was Cedric the Entertainer. He did okay. He did his opening monologue and didn't really come back out that much. But I think it's because they were running behind in the show. But he could have did better, but he did all right. And the highlight for me was Debbie Allen. She won the Governor's Award, and she gave this really meaningful speech, and it was just great to see like the package of her, and just to see that all the work she has done for not only Black women but all women, and her speech was very meaningful and heartfelt. So that was the Emmy Awards, and that concludes this segment of TV and film. Now let's jump into music. Now, I mentioned Chloe before. She did release her song, Have Mercy. She released it the Friday after the first episode. And I really love the song. I really love the video. I'm glad the song wasn't a letdown because she kept teasing us on TikTok. And it just wasn't a letdown. I feel like the song was her. People, saying she was showing too much or she was doing too much. But that's just her. And you can't fault nobody for being themselves. One of my favorite artists, Ari Lennox, she released a song called Pressure. And I love that song too. I wouldn't say it's more classy than Chloe's song, but it's just a different vibe. And people were pitting the two against each other. People were saying like, oh, how does Chloe have this many views on her video and Ari doesn't have this many views? And I'm just like, why can't women be in the space together? And why can't Ari Lennox saw the tweet and she was like, take this down, like, don't pit us against each other. And I agree, because they're two different artists. Even though maybe, yeah, they are classified as R&B, but they're still two different artists. The songs have two different vibes, and people can enjoy both. Another one of my favorite artists, which I didn't mention the first episode, and I really hate that I didn't, but it's Yeba, or Abby Smith. And she released her debut album. She had been released like songs. She was on Drake's Certified Lover Boy. And her debut album is really good. She has more of an R&B style voice, but the album was more, I would say, R&B folk kind of thing. But some of my favorite songs on there was Distance, Stan, Louis Beck, and Boomerang. And it was just a really good album. I feel like it was great for her first album, and I can't wait to see where she goes next. Someone else who released music was Lil Nas X, and, you know, he's always in controversy. But this past Friday, I was going home, and I listened to his album, and it was okay. I feel like all the songs started sounding the same. I feel like he knows who he is as a person, but he doesn't know who he is as an artist yet, because it was no, like, dynamics to it. It was just the same. It's definitely, I would listen to, like, Industry Baby or, like, maybe some of his popular songs again, but as far as, like, listening to the album again, I probably won't do it. But, hey, he making money. Who am I to judge? Next, we have the latest in celebrity news, and not that much happened in celebrity news as far as like messy stuff, or at least nothing that I thought was of too importance. But some stuff that did happen with celebrities was the Met Gala, and the Met Gala happens every year. I'm not too sure what happens inside the Met Gala, but basically on the outside, different celebrities walk the red carpet and show off their fashion. They go with the theme, and the theme this year was American, a lexicon of fashion. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't really know too much about fashion, but I do know when people look good and when they don't. And to be honest, a lot of people did not look that amazing. And the people that did kind of look good, I really didn't think that they followed the theme, but every year they really don't follow the theme. So, hey, they do what they want to do. But some of my favorite looks from the Met Gala was Iman, who is a model. People are going to say that Rihanna didn't look good. And don't get me wrong, this is not her best look that she has done in the past. But the look is kind of growing on me now. A$AP Rocky, I don't know what he was wearing. But Rihanna, she looked okay. It didn't go with the theme, but she still looked good. Jack Harlow, he didn't go with the theme either. But he was one of the better dressed men. Lily Reinhart, her dress was amazing. And they said she went with the theme by... it was a flower dress, and she picked every state flower from the United States, which I thought was cute. And the dress wasn't ugly. It was very cute. Honorable mention was Kim Kardashian. No, she wasn't my favorite look, but I just have to commend her for wearing all that black. I know she was hot, and they said she had a full face of makeup on under there. So I don't know how she did it. Maybe Kanye convinced her. I don't know. But, hey, that's her. She did her thing. Another thing that happened with celebrities was Time Magazine released their most influential 100, and they broke it up in categories. I don't know if they do this every year, but they did it this year. One of the categories was Icon, and in there they had Prince Harry and Meghan. They had Britney Spears. They had Dolly Parton, along with a few others. Under Pioneers, they had Billie Eilish, who was a singer. They had Ben Crump, who was one of the attorneys for George Floyd and just a civil rights attorney in general. They had the category of Titans. They had Simone Biles, Shonda Rhimes, who is over Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Bridgeman, all that. They had Timbaland and Swizz Beatz, I'm guessing, for their verses that they did in quarantine and that they're still doing. They had Tom Brady. Under artists, they had Bad Bunny, who is a Latin artist. They had Scarlett Johansson, Lil Nas X, Tracy Ellis Ross, and a few others. And under leaders, they had Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and Stacey Abrams. And they also had the category of innovators, and they had Elon Musk, who does Tesla. And that's just a few things that happened this week under celebrity news. Now we are at our top pick, and this is a segment where I pick a culture moment that stood out since the last episode. And my pick for this week happened at the VMAs, the Video Music Awards, which I talked about earlier in the episode. And it happened on the red carpet before the award show even started. It was between Machine Gun Kelly, who is a rapper, and Conor McGregor, who people know as a UFC and boxer. And they got into a fight on the red carpet. Now, I saw a video of it, but you know how people just be recording and say they're recording it. I couldn't really see nothing. But people were saying that Conor McGregor had threw a drink at Machine Gun Kelly, and Megan Fox, who's Machine Gun Kelly's girlfriend, she was in the mix, and a lot of people were in the mix. And I just want to know what happened because I have never heard about beef between these two. My theory is that Conor McGregor, maybe Machine Gun Kelly said something to him. And, you know, fighters, they have a little bit of anger issues. And maybe he just didn't like what was said. Or maybe Machine Gun Kelly said something in the past that he didn't like. I don't know. But at the end of the day, they did not fight. But he just threw a drink and then security broke it up. And that's about it. But I just love the fact that people got to fight on the red carpet. That's just so funny to me. Like, the show hasn't even started and you fighting. Then I wonder if they got into it again backstage because they were backstage together. Machine Gun Kelly performed. Conor McGregor had presented. And nobody said nothing else. So I'm like, was this really over something or were you just in the heat of the moment? So that's my top pick. Another honorable mention for top pick hasn't happened yet, but I'm nine times out of 10, I'm probably going to mention it next episode. But Rihanna just announced that she's going to have her Fenty show on Amazon Prime, which I can't wait for. People are saying, like, if Rihanna's not going to sing or release an album, then we don't want to see her. But, hey, I love Fenty. I don't have any, but I want some. But she doing what it do with Fenty. She going to make a lot of money from this show, and I'm going to be watching, and I can't wait for it. So that was this week's top pick, and with that, it concludes episode 2 of reCULTUREview. Again, thank you all for watching. Tune in for next episode. Peace. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to reCULTUREview. We'll see you next time.